SDAIE teaching strategy of a KWL chart. But first, let's discuss what SDAIE actually means. SDAIE stands for Specifically Designed Academic Instruction in English. SDAIE techniques are beneficial for all types of students, but are extremely helpful for ELL or English language learning students. The K stands for what the students already know about the topic at hand. The W represents what the students would like to learn or take from the lesson. And finally, after the lesson, the L stands for what the students have learned. Since the chart is made to be a type of informal assessment, students can feel free to jot down their notes however they would like. Complete sentences are not required. This type of assignment really benefits the ELL student as they may not feel comfortable sharing information with their peers in front of the class or discussing what they would like to know or ask questions. The KWL is an individualized activity that focuses on the thought process of each student while encouraging some self-discovery along. As you can see, I printed out 3 different color options, so that way students could choose a color of their choice. At the top of the page is a space provided for both the name and date. Further down, we have a line where the students can list the topic or main concept of the lesson at hand. Underneath in the first column, I would encourage students to write facts or ideas that they already knew or thought they knew about the lesson at hand. In the middle column, students would be encouraged to write down questions or anything that they felt they would like to know about the topic. Finally, in the third column, after the lesson was taught, they could write down what they had learned and answer any questions in the previous column. Now we will demonstrate how the KWL chart could be used effectively in the classroom. The piece I selected is The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. This is a 10th grade level reading and appropriate for students who have possibly already read The Awakening by Kate Chopin. This lesson will focus on the literary element of imagery. Students would begin by reading the introductory material on Kate Chopin. Once students have read the introductory material, we would now turn to writing down the topic. Students would now fill out the first column of the chart. Students would now fill out the second column, writing down any questions or facts they would like to learn. Students would now be called on to read from the selection. Janine, could you read for us?
I'm sorry, where are we?
We're on page 592.
The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. Knowing that Mrs. Mallard was afflicted with heart trouble, great care was taken to break to her as gently as possible the news of her husband's death. It was her sister Josephine who told her, in broken sentences, veiled hints that revealed in half concealed.
After reading the story, we would check for comprehension as a class, answer any questions, and then students would be able to discuss what imagery they found throughout the story. Once that whole process had been taken care of, students would begin to write on the third column of the chart, which states, "What have I learned?" This is what a completed KWL chart might look like. This concludes my lesson on the SDAIE strategy of the KWL chart. KWL charts are beneficial to help students write down knowledge that they already possess, ask questions and self-discover on their own, as well as record what they have learned by the end of the lesson. Thank you for watching.